Guests and Marines, I want to thank all of you personally for celebrating this 235th birthday of our United States Marine Corps. And I also take great pleasure in introducing our guest of honor this evening, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Merritt.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Marines. Our new Commandant, General Amos, has come down with some guidelines here that reflect the history of the Marine Corps. He is our 35th Commandant and is an aviator, the first aviator that we've had in the Marine Corps. Our credo is honor, courage, and commitment. You've seen this on the screen. You'll hear it tonight. I've been retired for 31 years, and my wife tells me I should have never retired. All I do is talk about the Marine Corps every day. That's true. This is the first of 4 Marine Corps celebrations of Veterans Day I have. I have 2 more in Aspen and 1 of them in Springs next week. The Marine Corps is the America's expeditionary force of readiness, and this is so true of the principle of the Navy Marine Corps team. I was a midshipman at the University of Washington and took my commission in the Marine Corps, but never ever got away from the Navy because they carry us into combat. I've enjoyed being here today. I came down early to spend the whole afternoon with the Marines and the corpsmen here, finding out what's going on for the troop level. And a lot has changed in the Marine Corps. I'm considered to be the old breed, an old China hand. But Chesty Puller said, old breed, new breed, I don't give a damn, it's the Marine Corps breed. So that's the traditions that we carry on. Things have changed in the Marine Corps, both in attitudes and in technology since I came in. When I came in as a second lieutenant, I was just recently married and trying to get my wife's household effects from Seattle. And I was with the supply sergeant in Quantico, and he said, Lieutenant, if the Marine Corps wanted you to have a wife, they would have issued you one. Now, for the ladies, there's no offense, that attitude has changed. I would like to mention the role that the women are playing in the Marine Corps today over in Iraq, Afghanistan, picking up more of the role. Those casualties are high. Some of the things I learned in basic school as second lieutenant is never assume anything that makes an ass out of you and me. Something to remember. Another thing that I always remembered is that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Double check everything before you issue your orders and take off. It's good to be here with artillerymen. It's been my career 0802. Started out as a second lieutenant, fire direction officer in Night Battery, 4th Battalion of Marines. Back in those days, we didn't have the computers. We didn't have FADAC. Everything was manual. Later on in the 60s, we got the computers. And now I understand we don't even have FADAC, but you get the job done with GPS. Highly technical, but don't ever forget that you have to have the manual backup when your equipment goes down. I left the 1st Marine Division and went to Marine Barracks, Subic Bay in the Philippines, 1959 to 61. Subic Bay is no longer one of our bases. It was a major base for the 7th Fleet. And at that time, we were guarding U-2 spy planes. I've never been more squared away in my whole Marine Corps career as a guard officer. When I had that duty, I changed uniform 3 times a day. Fresh shoes, we got haircuts twice a week, and wore the pit helmet. So that was the guard duty. I wound up with a tour up at Bridgeport, Pickle Meadows as an instructor in mountain warfare. Pickle Meadows. And what we're finding today is that we have 19,000 Marines in Afghanistan right now. And I still feel very much a part of what's going on over there in Afghanistan. I have a friend, Lieutenant Colonel Brendan Schreider, is going back for a 7th tour. He's a helicopter pilot. He's been a coastal boat. 3 tours in Iraq, 2 in Afghanistan, and going back for 7th. That's 42 months of combat. Vietnam, basically, we did 1 year of combat, so I'm very aware of the strain of combat, these multiple tours. As out here in the society, I'm helping young Marines who have brain injury, PTSD, working with General Ted Hess, the former staff judge advocate of the Marine Corps who practices law in Glenwood Springs. Very important that we support our veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan. I speak with General Shinesky, who is the head of the VA every year, and he's doing everything he can to get this VA hospital built here in Denver and to get clinics out there for the troops. So all the support we can give to our returning veterans is really very, very important. Admiral Mullen mentioned this morning on the radio the high suicide rate and everything we have to do to help prevent that. That's very important. After I left Pickle Meadows, I wound up in Vietnam, and I went over there with the 38-inch howitzer battery from 29 Palms, and then went up to Okinawa to command 2nd Battalion Mortar Battery, 2nd Battalion 12th Marines. I've talked to a lot of Marines today, they don't know what a HOWTAR is. Well, back in those days, the only way we could get off the aircraft carrier, I was on the Princeton, was with H-34, and they couldn't carry a 105, of course the 155. The 46s and the 53s came in later. So we were the guys that were always attached to the battalion landing teams. And during that time frame, we did a number of operations up and down the coast of Vietnam. Finally went in on Operation Hastings, July 16, 1966. We had 7 infantry battalions on the beach and 7 artillery batteries support that operation. So they didn't need my battery to fight as artillery, so I formed up a provisional rifle company for 3-5. What I'm saying is that even though we are OAs, we're riflemen, and we have to be prepared for every task that's assigned to us, whether it's MP duty, escort duty, or and that's very, very important. On Hastings, we suffered some heavy casualties. We did well. One night, we had India Company right next to my company. They took 18 KIAs and 81 wounded. Out of that, I had on Hastings 2 of my friends, Howard Lee and Dick Mochaleski got the Medal of Honor, and Lance Corporal Jennings from India Battery got the Medal of Honor in that one campaign. Then I went back to the Philippines and joined 1st Battalion 26th Marines. We had 360,000 Marines on active duty that time, so we had a 5th Division. And I was on the Iwo Jima. Iwo Jima is a very, very famous battle, of course, because